And we are recording. So welcome everybody to the first Tuesday morning Zoom of June. Can you guys believe it's already June? I cannot believe it's already June. It just kind of blows my mind that this year has gone by so fast, and we won't get into how crazy it's been because it's too time consuming. But June 2nd already, we are at our first Tuesday morning business building Zoom for the Quantum Field X39 team, and we're super excited to have you guys here. We are going to talk today on our Zoom a little bit about something that's old but came into play 4 months ago, 3 months ago, when we all got put in a very different dynamic. So even if somebody was talking about it 20 years ago, it's interesting how much it became so much a part of our everyday life. So what I'm going to be talking about, and Onyx will add her expertise on that, is something that I read when I started network marketing in 2011 was my first company. I really only did it with that first company for almost 2 years. And then I took a sabbatical from network marketing and really went full force when I found LifeWave. So that book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I read that book, and it was kind of an eye-opener to me on just basically your thought processes. But what he's done is Robert Kiyosaki last year, knowing that we were entering into a gig economy, he took an excerpt out of that book and he made an audio book out of it to try to put it in front of people and saying, look, this is what I was talking about. This is what's going to happen. And if you don't get yourself a gig income or an extra income to actually try to build your wealth, you're going to live with existence. So basically your day-to-day job is going to take you through existing. You're not going to be able to have that extra money to invest. You're not going to be able to have that extra money to build wealth. And you're not going to have that extra money for a security blanket in the event that something goes wrong. Well, something drastically went wrong 4 months ago. And our financial situation for so many of us changed drastically. So in counseling or talking to some of these people that as I talked to in May, and I really, what changed for me is I'm always recruiting. I've brought in 77 personals into my LifeWave organization since I started. And I actually brought in 11 of those in May. So even though we were in a pandemic, I put the throttle down to start talking to more people, to make sure I talk to my 25 people a day about my business and try to make this happen, because not because I wanted to make it happen for me, but because I felt that they had to need something else. And in doing that, I'm definitely seeing my, smaller team that's not Onyx, take off and grow. So it is so important that you guys rewrap your head around the basics of what he taught Robert Kiyosaki 20 years ago in the video that I posted in the team group. It's also the last video I uploaded at my YouTube channel at kathystv.com. That's KATHYS TV.com. And it's the business of the 21st century. Listen to that video, because Robert teaches on there that there's no other business that can set you up for financial security rather than network marketing. So it's something all people can find a way to afford. With our company, we're blessed that the comp plan doesn't change really drastically. There's only one change from the bronze clear to the diamond package. So somebody for $124.95 can actually start a business and put money in their pocket. And what seems significant to me, I need a big amount of money to replace my regular job. Most people are going to be absolutely blessed if they bring in $200 or $300 extra a month. So as warriors in this network marketing field, to go out there and teach this to other people, that it is something that they can do that can absolutely change their finances or secure them. Remember, in March 7th, I had 4 incomes coming into my household. By that afternoon, when I got up, I still had 4 incomes. By that afternoon, when we got the shelter in place order and everything was shut down, I went down to 1. And that 1 income was LifeWave. So what if I hadn't said yes in end of July 2019? Would have been a completely different 4-month process for me. So with that being said, I know Onyx has years and years of experience talking on this particular subject. Do you want to add to that, Onyx?
Sure. So first of all, thank you, Kathy, for finding that video. And this morning, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've spent some time studying with Robert Kiyosaki. I actually shared a stage with him one time. And I think he's a brilliant, brilliant man. If you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know, I'm still trying to get my children to read it, but I really think you should read it anyway. But the video that Kathy put up, or really the audio that Kathy put up, all of you can share that when you get a pushback from somebody regarding, oh, is that network marketing stuff? Then what I do whenever anybody says that sort of stuff to me, which doesn't happen anymore, but when it used to happen, I would just say, here, let's work here. Very, very experienced, talk about it. One of the things that came for me today is, you know, we know that we're in a global reset. We know that there's a great deal of stuff going on, both financially, you know, economically, you know, everybody's repositioning, considering their perspectives, what they value in life, what their belief systems are, and whether you want it or not, things are going to change. So then the question becomes, what do you believe? What do you believe that you want in your life? And what are you willing to create? And I heard something interesting on one of the podcasts that I listened to this morning. And one of the things that's gone on is we've moved to a global economy. I think everybody can see that. Part of the reason in 2008, when we had the collapse that we had, we didn't go into an inflationary period because the United States of America pushed all of their national growth to all the other countries. So we began buying products from China and et cetera, which meant we didn't experience the inflation we might have experienced. Well, what's coming next, you all, is that we're going to bring back. We want to bring back the manufacturing into the United States, which I think personally is a fantastic idea. But the thing that everyone needs to understand is we're now in a global economy, which means if I want a lawyer in India, I can get a lawyer in India and I don't have to pay $500 an hour. It's the same thing with every single job that's out there. So the value of going to college and getting a good job, as Robert Kiyosaki has talked about for years, that has really come down. These kids today, I know many of them who have graduated, some of them with master's degrees, and they cannot find a job right now. So the reality is having an income, being an entrepreneur, and having an income that you can control is extremely important. Here's the other thing that I believe is coming. We're going to have supply chain issues. Now, I don't believe we're going to have supply chain issues in LifeWave because David manufactures everything in our own plants here in the United States and in Ireland. But I think we're going to see, I think we've all heard about the supply chain issues for food across the United States. Well, I think we're going to see it in pharmaceuticals, and I think we're going to see it in supplements, in all kinds of items that are outsourced from places like China. So I think we could see a hiccup in the road from quite a few different companies. Certainly many companies have filed for bankruptcy or are going out of business now, but I think we might see product shortages in some MLM companies in the coming months. So it's just something to be aware of, but more than ever, every human being walking on this planet needs a gig. They need to have a side hustle or a way to make extra income. Certainly, the money here at LifeWave can be far beyond a side hustle, but like everything, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So I know, and I learned a long time ago, the key to this business is not today and it's not tomorrow. It's working the business every single day, consistently and persistently. And that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what Kathy was just talking about. I know the value in this business is focus and working the business every single day. And so that's what I do. That's what Kathy does. That's what many of you are doing as well. And so I don't worry about what today's results are or what tomorrow's results are going to be, because I know the compounding effect. Just like I know the compounding effect of making a choice to go for a walk every day, or making a choice to drink good quality water, or making a choice to eat organic foods, or all of these things have a compounding effect in my life. And I choose that for myself. That's part of what I value as a person. So I would encourage all of you, if your sneakers aren't on, if you've been uncertain, You create your perception, and there are many, many people that need what you have, not just in terms of the ability to activate the body's own natural stem cells, not just in terms of being able to reduce inflammation and stress in the body, but also in terms of creating a gig economy, a gig or a side hustle for themselves so that they can have income. So more than ever, I would encourage you guys to continue to persistently and consistently work your business. The opportunity is here. I continue to believe that LifeWave is the right place and the right time. We've had another record-breaking month in the month of May with LifeWave, which is fantastic. We were not shut down during this global economic reset, which is also fantastic. So all of these things and the fact that we control our supply chain should help all of you make a case for anybody you come in contact with on why this is the right thing, far beyond the fact that your body probably would like to have some elevated GHK copper peptide, and the incredible results that you'll experience in your body when your body gets what it needs so that it can heal itself is fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. Every single day, I still, 9 months in, you all, I still get a call or two or a text or two every day with somebody sharing with me about how this product has blessed their lives. And thank you so much, Onyx, for taking a chance and calling me. So I wouldn't put anybody on your no never list. Time and circumstances changes everything for everybody. And those of you that remember my story about saying yes to the juice company, you know that the babysitter's parents didn't come at me once because I said no the first time. And when they came at me the second time, I said no. And they came at me the third time, I said no. And they came at the fourth time, I'm like, no, I don't like network marketing, no. And they came at me the fifth time. And the fifth time was the month of December. And in the month of December, I always took that month off to look at any opportunities that I might have missed because I was so busy working in all of the other aspects that I was doing in my life. And so my time changed, which allowed me to see what they were trying to offer. Everybody who is on this planet has been walking through their own global reset, trying to figure out what do they value. So I encourage each of you to go back and say, hey, I want to show you again what it is that I have found. I really think this is going to affect your life positively. But remember, whenever you're talking to somebody, if what excites me is photobiomodulation, that is not necessarily what excites Kathy. And what excites Kathy is pain reduction, and I'm talking to her about making income. I'm missing it. I'm not on the right frequency. I'm not on the right radio station for Kathy. So I would encourage each of you, remember, when you're reapproaching people, change your approach, change what you talked to them about last time. Try something new. Time and circumstances changes everything for everyone. That Rapid Funnel app, I also get a message almost every day thanking Kathy and I for putting this thing together. There's so much information in there. There's so many different ways for you to approach people by utilizing that app, whether you're going to go after the science or you're going to go after the opportunity or you're going to go after, activating your body's own stem cells or whatever it is that you want to go after, you'll find that it's probably in that app, which gives you a variety of ways to speak to people. And I've talked a lot, Kathy, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, and I'll put that video in the app. I got tied up doing something else yesterday. So that the video of the Business of the 21st Century video will also be in the app. I don't know where I'll put it. Tell me if you want it in present or training. It is kind of.
Huh? Don't you think it'd be peak?
Okay, I'll put it in peak just so you guys know where it's at. I'll put it in peak because it is so important to change people's mindsets. And you do realize that really the economic stature of what's changed is people have to shop from home really right now. I mean, I just wanted something as simple as cold brew iced tea and I couldn't find it in any of the stores. So I had to go online shopping for it. It's so more and more people are understanding that they have, if they're staying home, they have to shop. And I think this last, 4 months now, April, May, June, 3 months it's been, that people are realizing that, wow, I could sell something that's anti-aging, pain relief, overall better health from home. So I just think the mindset has shifted. I don't think it's as hard of a conversation as it used to be, that network marketing thing, because this network marketing thing is something people are participating in every single day by buying their products, whether or not they realize it or not, or at least at the very least affiliate marketing, because a lot of this stuff, I bought the cold brew iced tea from an affiliate marketer on Amazon, right? So I just think it's become kind of a normal way of life. Instead of going to the big box stores, they're going to people to get their everyday needs. So if we help them find that, we will be able to, it's just an easier conversation today than it used to be. Somebody just
Correct.
said TV.com.
So one of the things I said yesterday on Juliana's call is I was listening to a different podcast, and some gentleman said something which I thought was very profound, which is, I don't take advice from somebody who's not living in a house free and clear about how to pay off my mortgage. I wouldn't take advice from somebody else about anything in my life, whether that's health or relationships or etc., if they're not living in having accomplished that thing that they're giving me advice on. And so, sometimes the conversation is, why not network marketing? Is your traditional job actually, did it pan out during this pandemic, or did you end up becoming one of the, I think it's the number now is like 30 million Americans who had to file for unemployment? Are you looking for a way to work at home? I was afraid of network marketing too, but network marketing is real. And this is a real way for you and me, regular people like you and me, to create leverage. And so it's just you stepping up into the conversation, if that's a pushback. And for many people, it's not a pushback. I don't find it a pushback, and I don't come in contact with people, generally speaking, who find it a pushback. But when I do, I love using third-party tools like Robert Kiyosaki, because he is so well known, and I think it's a great tool to be able to utilize.
Yeah, it definitely validates what we're saying. And, Robert Kiyosaki is very honest in there. He says, I've never done a network marketing company, because before his eyes were on the system, he'd already established his, multiple streams of income that were doing well for him, because he had the mindset that people actually need to understand network marketing. So basically what he's saying, if he had to, for whatever reason, went down to nothing and had to start all over again, the only avenue he put his time and efforts into was network marketing, because there's no other avenue out there with a small amount of investment and a small amount of risk, but by you putting your time and effort into it, that you can create a lifelong income. And you know what, you guys, even for me, like I said, I went looking for this portion of the book in an Audible, way overthinking it, because I have somebody in Missouri that I wanted to send that to. And I was going to try to clip it out of there. And I found the DVD. So I bought 2 of them. I burnt it and put it on YouTube. But because I know that people need to switch that mindset to understanding that. But me being able to listen to the DVD day before yesterday when I found it, it actually put me back on the right perspective, because, I had this big lofty goal to be someplace by a certain time, and I didn't hit it. So I was actually kind of like, do I need to add something else to this? Do I need to find, maybe I'll go, help somebody, take a job in the COVID industry, or, something like that. I mean, I was kind of like getting off track, and by just listening to that 25 minutes a video, listening to him, and said, you have to give it 5 years. Don't set your goal too soon to where you get frustrated and quit, because if he promises, and I know that too, if you give it 5 years, your life will change drastically. And financially, you will be so much more sound than you were the 5 years before. But he identified in that video, and I've read the book, you guys, I've read it twice. You forget about the important parts of that book. Onyx has read it. I sent her the link and she listened to it. But you forget about what's important, and that importance is you're going to have frustrating time periods, and things in life are going to try to take you off track. You don't think I don't get hit up every single day from people in other network marketing companies or other opportunities, or even I got a job offer that's in a corporate realm yesterday. through LinkedIn, asked me if I would consider sending a resume for this position. And, you know, sometimes you kind of go, well, no, I need to stay focused on this because I know at the end of the 5 years, where this will take me is so much bigger than any of that will take me. So if it can even do that for you guys, it's so, so important that you guys stay focused, that you realize that this is, like Onyx always says, it's a marathon and we're all in it together. And we've done amazing things this month. I mean, this team did, I think, close to 600,000 points in May during a pandemic. So if you do that by volume, Onyx, what's that? $900 to $1 million worth of
Yeah,
sales?
close to $1 million worth of sales.
So
So
crazy, you guys. So
crazy good, crazy good, crazy good. And
yeah,
it shows, you
you
know,
know,
one of the things Kiyosaki says in that video, which is right. I don't totally agree with all of it because, again, he's never built a network marketing. So he's talking about product doesn't really matter. I don't agree. I think for women, especially, product is extremely important. But one of the things he does talk about, hi Jill, one of the things that he does talk about is that you want to look at your leader and you want to look at your team and you want to see if your leader and your team is actually interested in seeing that you succeed. And so that's one of the things that I know that we have here. That is our group culture. And I think that that is why we've had such incredible success in our first 9 months in. And there are many people in this organization that are earning income beyond what they earned in other network marketing companies that it took them 2 years to get to. So it's a testament to each one of you and, you know, the beautiful group of light workers that this group has attracted, that this product has attracted. And, you know, once again, I bow to Kathy and I thank Kathy so much. She's just been such an amazing light in my life and a beautiful sponsor and such a blessing to each and every one of us. So thank you again, Kathy, for all that you do for each and every one of us. I really, really value you. I know everybody on the team does as well, too.
yeah. And Onyx said in the very beginning that this had to touch all 10 of her, whatever, important points, right? And those points come into value again even more today. We have a company that's ran by the founder, that's also the CEO and the inventor, scientist of the product. So we don't have to worry about a product that gets bidded out to another higher company and they lose the marketing rights to it. So we have a founder that's been doing this for 15 years, so he knows the value of maintaining your own product, right? And being able to supply your own supply chain, having our own warehouses. We don't count on anybody for much of anything. So that's super, super important right now. So I did hear in the video that, you know, that the product wasn't important. Many, many years ago, I went to a seminar and it was Danny Johnson. I don't even know if she's in the industry or anything anymore, but, and she said that if you are in a company that you feel you're failing at and somebody else there is making money, the company, the company didn't fail you, you failed the company. And I remember that statement, and when she was standing on stage saying that, it's like people have to own it. And I do think about that a lot when I get people on the phone and there's excuse after excuse after excuse of why they weren't making money. I always tell them about that journey. I went through that. I don't remember what Danny called her seminars, but when I went through that 3-day seminar and all of these things, you know, I used to tell people, and when I spent that 2 years in my first company, that was my college of network marketing, because what it did at the time was it made me seek more information and learning to help better myself. And even though I'm not with that company, I brought all of that here. And I still think about those things every single day in the trainings and everything I do. I believe in self.
Jump on what? On what?
On my bed.
Somebody's unmuted, you all.
What? You guys are in her room. She's in the.
There he goes.
There we go.
Enjoy your sister being on.
Oh.
He's unmuting himself. All right. So,
Before we go, Kathy, I know we're just about at the end.
Right.
If any, I have Forrest runs a team, and he's doing a weekly webinar, and he's looking for different people to come on and speak for 20, 30 minutes once a week. I believe it's on Thursday. If you guys have time to be able to be a speaker on his webinar, we just send me a text message so that I can send it to him and connect the two of you together. I want you to know that I value each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that you take a minute and look at the difference in yourself today. Here we are at June 2nd, I believe, as compared to where you were on March 1st. Because even me in my own little world, I know the difference of who I am and what I've become and what I've chosen for myself each and every day. And this time has been a huge blessing for me and in my life. And I hope that each one of you will look at that as well, because we're coming into summer and, you know, everybody is ready now to start acting and behaving and going out in the world in what they value now. And so I'm suggesting to each one of you that you continue to build your business in the nooks and crannies of your life. It's the consistency and the persistence that builds this business over time. We're in a marathon, not a sprint, but we're doing a great job, everyone.
Yeah, and I welcome anybody to reach out to Marcy, Peter, Forrest, Sheila. They're all doing webinars. They all like the guests for the testimonials, you guys. Maybe it's easier for you guys if you have your testimonial on a Zoom. It edifies what you're doing. Onyx and I need to get together and start doing our own business opportunity meeting every single week. We'll get that figured out on time frames. Onyx and I both run very, very busy multitasking schedules, so it's been hard, but we'll figure something out and get back to you guys on that. And you guys have a great, great week. Enjoy this weather. We have great weather here in California, at least.
Oh, and I was going to say one more thing, which is I was going to offer a 2-day special, 48 hours. So what's today? Tuesday. So we'll do it till Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. Anybody that needs to buy themselves the maintenance kit, if you purchase the maintenance pack 3 of X39, text me a picture of it and type your name and address, and I'll send you a free sleeve. So maintenance pack 3 of X39 is 9 sleeves of X39. It's $745 plus taxes and shipping, and that'll get you 6 months worth of auto ship. So just to give you guys a little extra as we move into summer and move into our whole new world. So we'll run that for 48 hours, and I'm sure we'll get Kathy and I'll send out an email to tell everybody, and we'll put it on the Facebook page. Sorry, I almost forgot.
Nope, that's perfect. Yes, I will put it on the Facebook page or Facebook group.
Okay.
We do have
Yep.
a page.
Group.
All like, and then, but we'll put it in the group. That way it's private, because we don't want the company taking advantage of Onyx's awesome specials. So that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap up this call. You guys have a great, great day and enjoy your Tuesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.